Hola, muy buenas noches. ¿Cómo les va a todo el mundo? A ver, ahí se nos empieza a sumar gente. Hola, muy buenas noches todos. ¿Cómo va? Gabriel García. Piolín, un tal enano acadé que creo que lo conozco. ¿Cómo les va, gente? ¿Todo bien? Bueno, muchas gracias por sumarse a este nuevo en vivo que estamos haciendo. Cami está ahí. Hola Ale, ¿cómo está? Hola Cami. Tony, Anthony me dicen. Karina Gordo, Nati Farías. ¿Cómo les va? Bueno, muchas gracias. Estamos esperando ahora que Jarvis Leatherby de NWOTHM y de Cirith Ungol. Hola Nati. Se nos una esta charla. Así que bueno, estamos ahí. Pablete Cuervo. Gracias. Nos mandan saludos desde Colombia. Muchas gracias. Muy bien. Metal Battle Uruguay. Bueno, muchas gracias. Estamos acá esperando. Le mandé mensajes a Jarvis. Ya deberían ser las 4 de la tarde en Los Ángeles. Vamos a ver cómo nos sale este primer experimento internacional. Bueno, vemos gente que se nos sigue sumando. Hola, una pregunta. ¿Qué estudiaste? ¿Qué estudié yo? Licenciatura en Administración. Me dice Ben.m58, que nos escribe desde Chile. Si se preguntan por qué estoy haciendo esto, sí, yo también cada tanto me lo pregunto. Ahí vemos que se sigue sumando gente. A ver. Gambordón, Joseph Núñez, Cari Parodi, otra amiga de la casa. Gran fotógrafa. Una pregunta para vos, Tony. ¿Quién es tu asado favorito? ¿Mi asado favorito? Me parece rara la pregunta. ¿Quién es mi asado favorito? O mi asador favorito. Hola, Irving Daniel. Los rumores de Iron Maiden en Sudamérica, si serán reales. Los rumores siempre son reales. Ahora, si son verificables o llevados a cabo es otra historia, pero los rumores siempre son reales. Ojalá. La verdad que más queremos que ver a la doncella nuevamente en la ruta. Ay, creo que lo tenemos a Jarvis, que nos está mandando un saludo. Hello. A ver si ya no lo podemos conectar. A ver si ahí podemos.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Hi, Jarvis. What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right,
I see you are going around. That's your house?
Yeah, this is the studio.
Oh, your studio. You were recording something?
Yeah, Night Demon working on some stuff today.
Working on stuff to Night Demons? Okay.
Yeah.
You have a lot of work to do, I think.
yeah. Night Demon and Cirith Ungol both working on stuff today. Here, we both rehearse at the same place. So.
Oh, that's good. That's very nice. So, and well, how does it is for you to work with all this crazy situation, with this all pandemic madness? Can you join with the other musician and start to work, start to try new songs, for example? Or are you doing all by yourself?
No, Night Demon. We've always been together. We see each other 5 days a week. You know, so that's never stopped. But we spend more time together than anybody. Like even like most people in their families. You know, so
Yeah.
no danger there between us. We're around the same people all the time. The Cirith Ungol guys are a bit older, so
Yeah.
for them, we've just started getting back together. But there's a lot of stuff happening, so it's okay. The only thing that sucks is no gigs, right?
Yeah, that really sucks, you know,
It's really
because
bad for us.
I think that you as musician and we as fans, we are we are all longing to see you hit the road again, right? And I think
Yeah.
you want to play again. I think so.
Well, yeah. Not to mention the fact that it's 90% of our income.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
I
no,
can tell.
I know. But obviously, we do this because we love it. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Are you in
So
Dublin right now?
right now I am in Dublin. Yeah. Yeah. Is
Dude, I wish I was there, man.
Yeah, yeah, you told me the last week. It is a lovely city, a small city, but it is really
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, sure. Wait, so how are you there right now? Like, are you allowed to leave there if you wanted to go somewhere?
I mean, I came here with a study visa because I came here actually to improve my English. So I will ask you your forgiveness if I am saying something wrong
I
or.
understand. I understand you.
And yes, but even so, I am here doing my study, and at the same time, I am doing a lot of work with the kids of maideneana, the Iron Maiden Argentinian fan page. So yes, we start with this live session, and it was really, we are really pleased that you contact for doing this. So we are really happy with that. I think it is a good way to keep us alive, to keep us in touch with our fans, your fans, and we love talk about heavy metal, talking about Iron Maiden, and it is funny. Yes, we as you do, we do this because we love it.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. So,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
You ask the question.
go ahead. Yes.
So let me just ask. So you were in Dublin before the pandemic, then?
Yeah. I came here before almost just a couple of weeks before Christmas Eve, and I spent all the winter here. And yes, in March started all this pandemic situation. And yes, here since March until May, the lockdown was really hard. Almost nobody works in the street, and yes, of course, we have to improve and try to survive the situation. You know.
Sure, but now is it cool there or what?
Kind of. I mean, most of the shops are reopened again, but pubs, gigs, and everything else is
All
still
the fun
closed.
stuff.
All the fun stuff, exactly, as you say. I don't know. I don't know if you actually know it. There is a really cool pub which is called Fever Magnet.
Okay, no.
It's really close to the city center, and every single weekend it was a lot of heavy metal bands, hard rock bands. So it is a really nice place. I think you should go. The next time you're
What's it called?
Fever Maggots.
And they have bands play there.
Yeah, especially on during the weekends. Especially during the weekends.
Yeah, we're trying to put on our festival there next year, but I've got a hold on a venue called, excuse me, I don't know why the name's escaping me right now. shit. I'm sorry. It's a larger venue.
No, it's
It's
okay.
no,
Don't
no,
worry.
no. But it's a larger venue in Dublin. God, I'll remember it before the end of this interview. But like, even they're telling me it's like they might push the shows back even farther. You know? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, of
come
course.
on, man. Like
Yeah,
maybe middle of
yeah.
next year, 1 year from now, next summer or something.
1 year from now, yeah, because well, all summer events were cancelled, were shut down, and yes, we have to wait at least 1 year. Well, even St. Patrick was cancelled here, so Irish people become crazy with that because even
Because
St. Patrick Day
was
here,
oh, St. Patrick's Day. Oh, of course. Yeah,
St. Patrick Days, yes, it was cancelled because in
yeah.
March started all
Yeah.
this crazy. So
In the USA, every white person thinks that they're Irish on St. Patrick's Day. They just, I don't know why. They'll tell you, oh, yeah, I'm Irish. No, you're fucking not.
oh yeah,
But it's funny. It's funny. So it's a
it's
big
really
deal out here,
funny.
too. It's a big drinking holiday out here.
Yeah. I mean, it's worldwide famous, and especially here in Ireland, of course. And yes, but with this new virus, everything was cancelled. So even St. Patrick.
Right.
So, Jarvis, before we start, I mean, we already start,
Yeah, sure.
but I want to ask you maybe something a little bit personal. Last March, you went to IR because due to pain in your stomach, right?
Oh,
In your
right. Sure.
abdomen. Are you okay if you want to talk about this and how you right now do with this?
Yeah, so, sorry, I'm trying to find the name of this venue for you because I want to know. I want you to know.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital back in March. It's fucking sucked, man. Hang on one sec here. I gotta get this for you right here.
No worries.
Academy.
The Academy. Oh,
Academy. Yeah.
I think I heard it before. Yes. Well,
So I'm trying to do.
no matter what, if you are coming here next year, please come soon as possible because I really want to see you. And if you, of course, if you are able to go back to Argentina, please go back there because you have a lot of fans waiting for. Yeah.
We're working that out too. We love it down there, man. We had a great time down there in Buenos Aires and Bariloche, and it was great, man. Like, we're really trying to come back. Trying to do it hopefully next year, but you know how things are going. It's just like, again, I'm trying to do this festival in Dublin in February, and I'm still being told like, hey, it may not happen or it may get pushed back to the summer. It's like, I don't want to wait that long, man. I'm not waiting that long.
Yes, and another problem is that actually in Argentina sometimes the economic and financial situation make difficult for bring band from the rock band from the outside. So, but we hope that you can be there next year.
I mean, you know how we are. You know, Night Demon, man. Like, if there's shows where we play, so
yes,
money,
of course,
finances or whatever aside, we find a way always to come there.
Thank you, man. Thank you to hear that. So, and if I am still here in Dublin, yes, of course, I'm going to.
We'll find you wherever you are. Yeah. Yeah.
Like Iron Maiden. No matter where you are, we are going. Yeah, it's gonna catch us. Yeah, Night Demon is gonna catch us. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. If you want to talk about this illness you had in last March,
yeah. So basically, I had a bacterial infection in my right lung.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
oh my God!
And it was bad. I thought, so we had played a gig in February in Texas. It was one gig, and we had flown on the plane back, and we all kind of felt a little bad. And I thought maybe we might have had this COVID-19 thing, right?
Oh my God! Yeah.
I had a few nights where I was like sweating pretty bad, fever and stuff like this. But anyway, my pain got worse over a couple weeks, and that's when I had to go into the hospital. It was so bad, man. I thought I was gonna die, honestly.
Oh my God!
man. I was in there for like 5 or 6 days, and they were like taking my blood every hour, and I was just in a lot of pain. I ended up getting it treated, and it ended up being okay. But and I tested negative for COVID.
All right.
So I don't know. I really don't know. It was just, but this happened right when all this lockdown first started. So I was there in the hospital alone, you know, and it was a very interesting time. It was crazy.
You were alone at the hospital?
Yeah, so they wouldn't let any visitors in because
Oh,
lockdown,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
So
my God. Yeah.
and I couldn't leave the room.
You had to be isolated.
Yeah, in one room for 6 days. It's pretty tough, you know.
Oh, very tough, man. Well,
your brain does some crazy things to you, you know.
Yeah. I can tell. Yeah. So, but now you're okay. You can hit the road again.
Dude, this has been the best year of my life.
The best year of your life?
It has.
Really? And why so?
I don't know, like at the beginning of the year, I just kind of changed my lifestyle around a lot. And, you know, NWOTHM put out a lot of music this year. The new Cirith Ungol album came out after the first album in 30 years. And, you know, I've met a lot of really great people in my life this year that have made a big impact. And it's only halfway through, man, you know, and I'm looking forward. We've got a lot more stuff to go this year. And, like, it's been nice to have a forced break, to be honest. I've been touring for so many years, for so long, and it's just what I have to do. And now I'm kind of forced to take a break, and we've all been enjoying it, to be honest. But I don't want to wait too much longer is what I'm saying. I miss traveling. I miss seeing my friends, you know?
Yeah. And it is very interesting what are you saying, because the most of the people who I'm talking to, everybody says, oh my God, this is the worst year in my life, you know, because everybody wants to see their friends, their families, and of course, but it's really interesting what are you saying, actually, yeah. So it is,
you know what?
really...
It's like as human beings, we're designed to change. And a lot of people fight that, but we're actually designed to change. And the thing about change is that it sucks, it feels weird in the beginning. It's really difficult in the middle, but it's awesome in the end. You know? It really, you know, the things in your life that happen, you look back and you're like, man, I'm glad that happened that way. And even though it was hard and it was tough, I made it on the other side and I'm better for it, you know, and that's the best thing about life. So everybody during this time needs to look at your life after this and say, like, talk to yourself as if the time has already passed and say, hey, if I could go back to this time, what would I have done? You know, like, where do you want to be when this is over? You know, this is a good opportunity right now to start really doing some things, and don't wait till tomorrow to do it, you know? So
I agree with that, because I really agree, because the only thing to get better is through hardest time, you know, and I think we are living this harder time, this difficult time to become better persons. So I agree with you. So if you want, we can start talking about Cirith Ungol, because, as you say before, you have a brand new album, and I think it is the first full-length studio album since Paradise Lost. It was released at the beginning of the 19th. So Forever Black is the name of the album, right? Yes, Forever Black.
Yes.
And yes, I was hearing the album, and it sounds really, really heavy, but it has a dark sound as well. What can you tell us about this album, and what does it mean for you playing this so legendary band?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's amazing playing with those guys. You know, it's not a band that anybody ever thought would even play again. You know, and nobody thought they would see them. But after 25 years, it happened. And you know, I mean, I helped get the band back together, and I really wanted to get the original bass player, Mike Vuja, in the band, but he lives in Las Vegas, and you know, he's got his own issues, man. You know, so they asked me to step in and do it, and it's awesome to be on stage and playing with them. You know, so but the album, you know, I'm also the manager of the band, so I have a lot to do with that stuff. And the album I really didn't want them to do at first, you know, because it's so risky. I mean, a band after not playing for 30 years putting out new songs, this is never good. It's rarely. It's you know, and right,
Yes, but you have a couple of years ago they released a live album, right? So
right.
they were back in the activity.
Yeah, but writing new music compared to
Writing,
songs you wrote in the 70s or 80s, like
yeah, it's something
it's just
completely different.
every band I know that has done that has not done it well. So
Oh,
that's why I was apprehensive. But once the songs started to come together, then I thought, okay, this is good. This is okay. You know, we can do this. So it's Cirith Ungol, man. You know, like don't stand in the way of guys who want to do something, no matter how, you know, they do things their own way, and like that has to be respected. I'll say this, like they're the most unique sounding band. You
yeah, yeah.
know?
But they are even so they are a classic band. So now it's good to see them back again on the road. And do you have any plans for touring in the future with Cirith Ungol?
Yeah, so the band never tours. We just do one-offs, festivals and stuff. We had a
Yeah.
lot of stuff booked, so yeah, now it's just pushed back 1 year. So we're headlining Keep It True Festival in Germany late April. We're doing the Courts of Chaos in France early May. We're doing uh, Rock the Night Festival Barcelona the first weekend of June 2021.
All
They're
right.
headlining the Maryland Doom Fest. They're doing shit. I'm not sure. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, Candelabrum Fest in Mexico in September, um, and more stuff will come. You know,
That's
and
good.
we're
That's
still
good.
yeah, and we're still writing more music. So there's still more stuff to come out.
Um, and how can you do being with two bands at the same time? Because I mean, it could be really hard. You know, you have to play and write new song for Kiritungol and doing the same with Night Demon. So how can you do that?
Focus. I try and focus on what I'm doing at the time. I mean, dude, I manage Satan, Cirith Ungol, Midnight, Visigoth, Night Demon. I sing and play in Night Demon. I sing for Jaguar. I play for Cirith Ungol. I manage them. I just mentioned I have a record company. You know, like there's other people that I work with. I have a video show on YouTube on every Monday. We have a Night Demon podcast now. I stay busy, man. You know, and I have a personal life. So like I stay busy, and I it's all about focusing on what you're doing at the time. Right now, I'm talking to you.
All
When I'm
right,
done with
yeah,
this call, it's like I just tunnel vision into that thing, and I fucking get it done, and then I move on. A lot of people say that that's not productive, that you should really just have one thing and be the best at that. And I don't disagree with that, but I'm different. And for me to be happy, this is what makes me happy. I like being involved in all the things that I love in life, you know? And
that's
I'll keep doing that, you know?
that's really good. But it seems that 24 hours a day is not enough for you.
I have help. I have help. You know, I have bandmates. I have an assistant full time. Um, you know, I have some consultants that I work with on certain things. I have people that help me out in a lot of ways. I have friends that help me. I help them. You know, it's really nice. So, and I can't do everything. I have a lot of goals and a lot of visions and a lot of dreams, but I do as many as I can, and I do them to the best of my ability. You know, I try. So,
I think what are you saying is a really good example for everybody, not just only musicians, but everybody who has different goals and resolution in their lives. So hearing you is a good example about what should do in the situation. We
right, right.
yes,
So, like for example, like in a pandemic like this, right? I'm not just a guy in a band that can't go make a living, right? I'm
yes,
a guy who has all these other things and all these other bands and all this other music in the same realm that like comes together in a time like this, and we're able to do projects and we're able to make things happen. We make records, we do all that stuff, and
all right.
that's what it's about. I'm not just because
it's like if you put all your eggs in one basket and you're one dimensional, sometimes like if that goes away,
Yeah.
I mean, you have nothing, you know? You have nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the downside of that. But there is something to be said about focus, honestly. Like the less you have, the more you can the better you can make those things. I agree with that. So I'm trying to find the balance. I like to surf too.
Yeah, yes, yes.
So
I could see that's really good. That's really good. So, Jarvis, just listen, 1 second. I'm going to say something in Spanish for the people who is watching us
sí, sí.
because they say they cannot understand that. So, just 1 second, 1 second. Gente, para los que nos están viendo, nosotros después vamos a editar esta grabación en vivo y le vamos a poner subtítulos en español. Así que si no pueden ver ahora la entrevista, la pueden ver más tarde. Así que no se hagan problema, que esto después le vamos a agregar subtítulos en español. So I was saying that if they cannot follow us the conversation, we are gonna make an edition and we are going to add subtitles in Spanish for the people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Sí,
it's
sí,
gonna
sí.
be so you can improve your Spanish as well.
Gracias.
Yeah,
Yeah.
de nada.
De nada. Poquito, little Spanish. Not much, but yeah. Still here? There you are.
We have technical difficulties, but we are okay. Yeah, sometimes it may happen.
It happens, right?
Yeah, yes. So, well, let's talk about a little bit about Night Demons. So, if you want, you can start talking about your early days, about your 2 record albums. Both of them were really well acclaimed in all worldwide. And what do you think Night Demon were able to become a really important success in a really short time?
Yeah.
Because with 2 records, you have right now really a big name in the scene.
Yeah, I think one thing that doesn't get enough credit is the EP that we released, the first EP. So before technically Curse of the Damned, it is our first album, but we had the EP out years before that, and we toured the world on 4 songs.
With 4 songs, you are really brave. You're a really brave band.
Yeah. I mean, it's what we had. We were playing songs off Curse of the Damned during those tours before that album had come out.
Yes.
But, we had one release. We had one EP, and we toured for a long time off that to really get our feet wet. I think that was what helped us a lot. So in turn, I really think we kind of have three albums in a way. The EP, none of those songs were released again. I mean, they stand on their own, and we play them all live still. So I think the EP, the 19 EP, is very, very, very important cornerstone of our career. Very important. So, next year it'll be 10 years since the band formed.
Yeah.
The first 2 years of the band, we were inactive. So I guess you could say we've been doing this for about 7 years.
Yes.
Very hardcore touring. We're at over 600 shows as a band.
Yes.
It's pretty good in 7 years considering all the travel and everything too in between.
Yes.
But yeah. But I mean, it's weird. It doesn't seem like it's been a short amount of time or a long amount of time. It just kind of seems like it's just life, and like everything that's happened to us has happened incrementally every day, like a little baby step. There's never been moments where it's been like this overnight thing, there's, for every good thing that happens, there's a problem or two. And it's kind of like, all right, the things that have happened, they should happen, right?
Yes.
I think that we're ready for them when they happen. So we just keep moving forward, and we keep doing other things that we want to do for ourselves. I think the biggest thing that's happened for us was, this year we've released new music for the first time in 3 years. We've had we've had 4 7-inch singles, and last week we just launched the Night Demon podcast.
Yeah, yes, I saw in your IG account that you started with a podcast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So tell
So
us about it. Yeah.
yeah, so this is really exciting for us. That there was a podcast called the Talking Maiden Podcast, and they were
Yeah.
out of Newfoundland, Canada. That podcast ended last week.
Yes,
So
it's like several chapters
right,
or something like that. Yes,
they have
like Star
140
Wars, episode
episodes.
one.
Yeah,
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 like
right.
Star Wars. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we started. So the host Nesbitt, the host of that show, took over and started the 19 Minute podcast. So it's very cool. We had our first episode last week, and appropriately for this show, our first show was titled "Made in Hell," and it's about our song "Made in Hell," that
Yes,
is about Iron Maiden. So
yes,
yeah,
about
so
the.
so that has a whole thing talking about that. And on the podcast, we also have some new news as of last week. There's a movie from somebody from Colombia about an Iron Maiden movie that's coming out.
Yes, yes.
You've heard of this,
We
right?
talk sometimes with the fan club from Colombia, and yes, there is a movie coming up with about Iron Maiden. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It's
we
gonna
heard
be really
about that.
interesting.
So Iron Maiden gave some songs to the movie
Yes.
officially, and so also Night Demon, Made in Hell. This song is also on the film now. So
Oh, that's really
yeah,
good
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Maiden Hell is a great song, not just only for the music itself, because it's really powerful, it's really energetic, but the lyrics. I remember you told us at once when we made our first interview by email that you writing those lyrics, it was like a journey through time for you, something like that, like a
yeah.
nostalgic feeling for you,
Somewhere
because
in
all
time.
the lyrics somewhere in time, you were somewhere in time. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you want to talk about this song, you can talk again. No
Yeah.
problem for us.
So I definitely recommend listening to the Night Demon Heavy Metal podcast for the episode one, because we go into this whole song. We do the individual tracks. We break down the guitar solos, the drum sound, the
Hmm.
bass, all this, the lyrics, the vocal tracks are soloed. But yeah, so basically the lyrics tell the story of Iron Maiden through the song titles.
Yes,
So
yes, that
so
is really nice, really good.
yeah, so like the first verse is, "Do you remember tomorrow, today? We were just kids running free. Back in the days when Charlotte was a whore, she unleashed the wrath child and me. Drifter in a strange world, murdering in the room org, we were made in hell."
And you in those lines you have almost all the full Paul Diano era in those
Exactly,
full. It's really good. It's
exactly.
really good.
Another,
So, but
uh,
yes,
no.
yeah, yeah,
another
yes.
shitty
Go
thing.
ahead.
Another shitty thing about the pandemic is Paul Diano was supposed to play the show in England this
Ah,
summer. You know, like
yes,
his supposedly his final show, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I
He
was ready to
was.
go. We were not going to be on tour, and I had a day off, and I have scheduled to go there to see it. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, yeah.
but
Because yes, yeah. No,
anyway,
no.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you know, but you know this, yes?
Yeah, yeah, we know, and actually, it's gonna be it was will be fantastic because he was supposed to be playing with another ex Iron Maiden members,
Like four
like
guys,
four
yeah.
guys. So yeah, yeah, I hope he will be able to do this next year. I hope
You know
so.
what?
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, sometimes like when I think about, I've been pretty positive about this whole thing, right? But
Mm.
lately, the longer it goes, I start thinking to myself, man, I hope everybody's alive
Yeah.
when the concerts come back, or they're. I hope everybody's physically able to do it. I've been keeping myself in great shape, but some of these older guys, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
2 years off when you're in your 60s, that's like an eternity, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
especially if you're not rehearsing with the band, right?
Of course, of
Scary,
course.
man. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna let
yeah.
that happen to me. Yeah.
No, 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 of course. But what are you saying is true because they are, yes, as you say, people rounding the 60 years old, and yes.
Let's talk about Iron Maiden right now, okay? Because this is an Iron Maiden show, and
yes, but
like, okay,
yeah,
so example, like we got Legacy of the Beast, right? So that was supposed to happen right now, and I already thought, hey, that's enough already, right? Let's get another album, let's do another tour, right? Now what's gonna happen? Now are we talking 2021 summer Legacy of the Beast, right? And then what? Maybe a British Lion tour? I don't know. Like, when's the next Iron Maiden album coming out? When do you think?
Well, this that you are saying is the thing that we are discussing with the fans, because we are waiting for
disgusting.
Yes, sorry for my my pronunciation.
I'm gonna help you because I know you say you're trying to learn better English. Disgusting.
Oh yeah, thank you. I had to pay you for this class. Yeah.
You mind if can I smoke a joint on this show?
Yes, of course, no problem. Yes, no problem. So we don't know what to think, because the tour was postponed for the next year, for 2021, and there's supposed to be the third leg of the Legacy tour. So, but yeah, we want to know about the new record, because it's gonna be 6 years since the Book of Soul. So yes, of course, we want to see the Legacy of the Beast tour again, because it is an amazing tour with it's so spectacular and it's so big. But at the same time, we are waiting for new music. So I think the new album is gonna be ready to be released for the. You think it's done? Yes, it could be.
When do you think it's coming out? Sorry. When do you think it's coming out?
I think it is coming out maybe late in 2021, after the third leg of the Legacy tour.
Okay, that would be cool.
If you ask what I want, I want it right now. Because yes, of course, because Legacy of the Beast was amazing, but I am looking forward for new Iron Maiden music. So I don't know, what do you think? Do you want?
I mean, I'd love to hear a new record. I mean, but I don't know. Like, it's just, again, I think of age. I mean, I don't know. Maiden's pretty ageless, but
yes.
But it's just, I mean, they're gonna do an album tour, right? I mean, if they put out an album, they're gonna do an album tour. So that'll be, if the album comes out in late 2021, then 2022 they could tour. But they just toured in the summer. I don't know how that works with them. And then there's the whole idea of, like, how do you get bigger than the tour that they just did? Like, do you go back to basics or do you go bigger? What do you do?
It's a good question, because this tour is really, really big, and I don't know how they could do it bigger, but it's a good question, actually. But I don't know. Some people say that maybe at the end of this year the new album will be released. I don't think so, because the next year they are saying that we are going to keep playing the Legacy of the Beast tour. So I don't know what to think. For me, waiting for a whole year, wait for another whole year for a new Iron Maiden album is gonna be too much for me. But I don't know what are they are planning. I don't know.
I mean, you don't really have a choice, and nobody knows what they're planning. That's why they're fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
really.
Yes, they are awesome for that, because they know how to keep the secret. They know how to keep everybody expecting about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. I thought we lost the connection again. Okay.
No, we're good.
Even when Bruce has had his problem with the cancer, they were so very careful, not giving so much information about those matters. So Yes, I think they are amazing because they know how to keep a secret, especially
Well,
in days like today, where everybody knows everything about everybody.
right.
So yeah. And
And
what do you think? Do you think we have the new album for the next year?
I'm gonna say 2022, but
Sorry, I was saying, do you think the new album will be released next year?
no, no. I
No,
think the following year. The following year.
2022.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, you're breaking my heart.
I mean, I don't. I want it next year. I want it now too. I want it now. I think it should have come out now, but I just think like it's such a big business now with Iron Maiden. Like they really need to, for like the financial side of it is important to them because they employ so many people, you know. And
Yes.
I think strategically. Okay, I'll ask you this. This will answer your question.
Okay.
Let's pretend the COVID didn't happen.
Okay.
And right now would have been Legacy of the Beast tour, right? Europe,
Yes.
leg
Yes.
number 3. Do you think the new album would have come out at the end of this year?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Then I think that will happen then next year. Everything, just pretend this year didn't happen, right?
Yes.
And then next year, Legacy Summer, and then fourth quarter, like November, late November, new album. Yeah?
Yes.
And then tour starts spring of next year into summer, maybe some summer festivals, right? And then 2023, another leg of the tour, or a specialty tour, or I don't know.
I think I think you were talking with Ross Malgood, and you know about all the plans of the band. You already know about this.
Listen, I make so many plans for my bands, and like, Night Demon did 4 singles this year with no announcement. We dropped them on vinyl and digital, bam, and they sold out every time the same day because we took a page out of Maiden's book. In today's society, it's like I hear about an album coming out today and it's old news tomorrow. It hasn't even come out yet.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
like,
Yes. But at the same time, if let's suppose that the album is ready, is already recorded, everything, why they are going to keep freezing the album for so many years?
business, money and business, because at that age, right? It's like
yeah,
you're not making an album every year. So it's like if the album's good, you don't know if you're going to every album could potentially be your last album. I mean,
yes,
this band's probably thinking this since Final Frontier.
yes,
There's probably a reason they called it that. And a song Coming Home, shit like this, right? Like
yes,
they could have been. They were hitting a peak right there. And then they did a tour where they played mostly new songs from the previous 4 albums from the new era, right?
yeah, yes, of course, yeah.
And I think they knew at that point, they're like, fuck, how long is this going to last and how good is this going to be like this? Because, I don't know. The best thing that ever happened to Iron Maiden was Bruce and Adrian rejoining the band. I mean, like
20 years ago, yeah.
It's the best thing the worst thing that ever happened was them leaving, and the best thing was them coming back. I mean, I gotta be honest, like.
All right, but do you like the actual lineup with 3 guitars?
I don't think it's necessary, but I see why it's done.
Okay, because now their music is more progressive, maybe for that reason.
I could do without Kevin Shirley.
You think Kevin Shirley is responsible for the 3 guitars?
No, but I think they need somebody else to get better sounds and to push them a little bit more.
Ah, okay.
they need a producer to trim it, to trim the fat down. I think that this is just speculation because I don't know, but I think that he's a good guy for Steve Harris to be a yes man to Steve Harris. You know, he's a good guy to translate what Steve Harris wants to put out there. You know.
All right.
I think Steve Harris needs another Martin Birch right now. Somebody to go, no, dude, let's cut that part in half. We only need to hear it once. It gets me the first time, and then we're going here. Then let's go here. You know. Like,
do you have anybody in mind who could produce Iron Maiden right now? You? Hey, yes, of course, yeah.
I'll throw my name in the hat. I mean, no, you know.
I mean, that is a really good idea, but personally, I prefer to see Night Demon playing with Iron Maiden. It's gonna be fun. It should be a dream.
I would love to do, dude. I mean, come on. When's that gonna happen, right? I mean,
yes.
The thing is, I feel like this, okay? If you want to know about new heavy metal bands that are kicking ass, it's easy to find them.
Yes.
I mean, you know, we're all just a click away now, you know, or a phone conversation away from a friend. If we're in the heavy metal scene, right? So, you know, we're out there. If bands like Priest and bands like Maiden and bands like Metallica, they want to fucking, if they're interested in giving their fans something that they're gonna fucking love, you know, there are bands like us out there, and we're not like in a garage, you know, we're playing big stages and we're playing small clubs too, you know.
Yes.
And that's what we do. But I mean, there's real bands out there that like can deliver on a fucking large stage like that to open for Maiden, that the Maiden fans would fucking love, you know?
Yes,
bands,
yes, of course.
Yeah. And they're the bands that are going out with all these bands currently are not bands that their fans love. They're not, and they're not seeing them. The fans aren't seeing them and saying, "Oh, right, this is the next Maiden for me. This is the next, you know, like this is adding to Iron Maiden. It's adding to it. That's all we're trying to do is add to. We're trying to add to the legacy that they brought, that they have, and what they bring now. We just want to be. We're just inspired by them, you know. And we're not, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to go out there and be so different and be so modern, like when you could just be good.
Yes, of course.
That's the way I see it.
But actually, I think bands like Night Demon, Hunt, Skullfist, Ambush, Enforcer, I think they brought to us new blood, new heavy metal blood. So
can you imagine? Can you imagine a band like us, or a band like all the bands you mentioned are friends of mine, all of them. Okay,
yes.
All of them. I can call them right now. They're friends. Okay, we've hung out in multiple countries together. Okay.
Yes.
So imagine one of these bands you just mentioned on a fucking Rock in Rio or some shit, or like, you know, or like in Argentina with Iron Maiden in front of 60,000 people, right?
Yes.
Imagine how much that those people would fucking love a band like you mentioned over a band like, I'm not gonna say who, you know, but just a band that's not real. You know, like
yes, no, okay, I can understand. I mean, I think if you are a friend of the member of those bands that we mentioned, you can maybe someday you can have your own festival, something like the Ozfest, like Night Demon Fest, something like that.
Frost and Fire, we do it, you know.
Oh yes,
right?
Yeah. But
we have a London edition. We're gonna bring it to Ireland, dude. Frost and Fireland.
Oh, right. Oh, please. No, I was not noticed about it. So, but I think it will be a really good opportunity to see all these new bands, and that's really good. But going back to touring with Maiden, I think you should really love doing something like that, right?
I mean, come
If Night
on,
Demon,
dude. It would be the honor of my life, dude. I would listen if that happened. If we got to tour as a support act for Iron Maiden, I promise you, I will deliver the best concerts you've ever seen, man. I will. I'll do everything. I'll
of
do
course you will.
everything I can. Like we will be the best support act for that audience to warm them up for the greatest band of all time, man. Like
Ah, yes.
it would like I see it happening. I do. I see it meant to be. Like that it has to happen. It has to happen. Like if the world is good and God exists, it's gotta happen. You know? It has to.
I think it's gonna happen. So let's start a campaign to see Night Demon opening for Iron Maiden, and yes, you rule,
I would love
man. You
that.
rule
I would love that.
because you have a lot of really good music. So speaking about your music, you have 2 LPs. Now you have a new EP, Wisteria. And when can we expect the new full-length album of Night Demon?
I can't tell you, just like Iron Maiden wouldn't tell you, right?
Oh, come on, you can tell me. Because
Dude, no.
we really want to hear new music from Night Demon as well.
Let me tell you, dude. I'll just say this. 2020 is halfway done, all right? We've got...
Yeah, sad to say, yeah.
Keep your ears out and your eyes out. We've got stuff coming constantly, okay?
Yes.
That's all I can say. Just all I can say. Check it out.
All right. Because the AP Wisteria for me is really good. Four really good songs. I think I fell in love with this song. Are You Out There? It's more not the typical fast song,
right.
Night Demon fast song. It's more like hard rock, but it's really catchy. And what can you tell us about this song, for example?
Yeah,
we have time, right? Yes, we have a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that song is basically like I wrote a song kind of thinking about. Do you hear punk music behind me? Punk rock in the background? Yeah, it's got a
punk rock I can hear. Yeah.
Got a punk rock band playing next door. That's cool.
Okay.
Keep it real in California. Anyway, that song. I was head down a certain path in my life. A lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, and
okay.
I kind of hit the wall a little bit there, and I was reading a lot of rock biographies on all my heroes. Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy, Pete Way from UFO, just all these guys, and it's like.
Oh, sorry, Jarvis. Can you repeat the answer because we lost the connection for a second? Can you repeat?
So I realized that most of my heroes were either dead from drugs and alcohol, right, or they were alive and they were fucked up from drugs and alcohol. And I thought, why are these guys my heroes? Why? Like they shouldn't be. They're my heroes musically, but I started to resemble. I want to resemble them musically instead of lifestyle-wise,
Yes.
And I'm more like in the path of Maiden, so to speak, with like, hey, have a moderate life. If you want to have a couple trooper beers, cool. But otherwise, get some sleep, right? Exercise, do well on stage. Don't be a fucking asshole, right?
Yes.
And so this song was more kind of about burning out, and it's almost like I was really thinking about Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy, in his last days, of guys like his bandmates, like Scott Gorham, maybe or his mother or his friends, saying hey, dude, you still have a chance, come out of this bullshit and keep making records, But he never made it out, and I felt like I was getting to that point too, where I'm like, hey, I might not wake up tomorrow, hey, that still may be true, but. So I thought, okay, let's try a different way and see how that is. And so far, it's been good. So that song is that journey, kind of.
So it is a really personal song for you. It's very personal, very intimate.
Hey, I still smoked a joint on
on camera here with you, you know. So I'm still cool, man. Right? I'm still cool.
Or,
But
yeah,
I am
yeah.
gonna go to the gym. I am gonna go to the gym in 5 minutes. So that's.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay. Yeah, because we have just a few minutes left because
Yep.
Instagram Live we just
It's 1
about
hour.
1 hour. So before we are leaving, Jarvis, we would really want to say thank you for this time with us, for sharing this really interesting conversation with us. We are really pleased. We wish you the best of luck for you, for all your projects, for all your bands. And well, the final words are for you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I just want to say, you know, everybody out there that's dealing with all this quarantine and all this fucking bullshit out there. I mean, you know, what are we gonna do, right? The best thing to do is just stay positive and know that we got to get back to normal life. You know, I don't want to hear the word new normal anymore. No, you know, like it'll get back to normal. We just can't be fucking weirdos. You know, some people are like, you know, there may be some people like afraid to shake hands. Oh, you know, like I'm not going to be that guy. I'm just telling you right now. So it's like, I'm either on or I'm off. I'm staying at home and being afraid and wearing a mask, or like when this stuff's over, I'm just going to go out and like, hey, if I get sick, cool, that's on me. But I got to go play concerts for people that want to see concerts. I'm not, you know, now I know that's not safe to do right now, and that's fine. But at some point, it's going to have to be. It's just at some point, it's like we had plagues way back in the day, and we didn't have a vaccine for them for thousands of years, man.
Yes.
Thousands of years, okay? At one point, it's just natural selection. You're like, okay, I got, you know, like, so I'm not saying that that's right now, but it's going to get to that point. You can't hold back the economy like that either, too. You just can't, you know, so I feel sorry. Strippers and musicians are out of work right now. The two coolest people. The two coolest people. Anyway.
You have to wait. You have to wait a little bit. Okay, but it's good. It's really good to know your point of view. It's really good to know it. And again, Jarvis, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you for your kindly words. And we are hoping to see you in the future. For me, here in Ireland, if I'm still here in Ireland, and for everybody in Argentina, they are waiting for you, for Night Demon, for Cirith Ungol, and all your bands. Hit the road again. Hit the road again as soon as you can.
All right, man. Thanks. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good time. Talk to you later. Thank you very much.
All right. See ya.
Keep the metal alive. Bye bye.
All right. See ya.
Bye. See ya.